now at 9. Reports came in last night about a shooting on campus. We have the details.
Also, see how a community is coming together one meal at a time.
Plus, one local music shop is uplifting Muncie artists. Find out how they are doing so.
And learn about how a local game store is laying their cards on the table with the community.
Tracking continuing warm conditions, NewsLink Indiana starts right now.
Local news about local people, live from Ball State Unified Media. You're watching NewsLink Indiana.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Allison Branicki.
And I'm Aiden Murray.
Around 11 p.m. yesterday, the Ball State University Police Department answered to reports of a gunshot on campus.
UPD responded to Studebaker West Hall when reports of a singular gunshot were sent in.
According to Chief Digital Marketing and Communications Officer for the university, Greg Fallon, housing officials were able to confirm that the gunshot was self-inflicted. Soon after responding to the scene, UPD determined that there was no threat to campus. No further information has been released, but updates may be found at cardinalmediabsu.com.
As activist and writer Maya Angelou once said, family isn't always blood. It's the people in your life who want you and theirs, the ones who accept you for who you are.
NewsLink Indiana's Abby Urban took a seat at the dinner table to see how one community is believing in just that.
In the neighborhood of Avondale and Thomas Park, you are more than just a neighbor or a community member.
You know, we have so much fun. I mean, and everybody's family here too, you know, but we have a lot of fun. And that's what it makes, that's why it makes it really nice.
Okay. All right.
Thursday night dinners we've been doing them for about 10 years. We started them about 10 years ago over a summer when we all had some availability, and there was a pastor that used to be here at the church that was wanting to make some connections with people who live nearby. And we pulled a grill out into the front yard, started cooking hamburgers and hot dogs and chicken and whatever, and people just started coming, and we started getting to know people who live within a 3 or 4 block radius.
And if I could get an extra bread, I don't know.
We're just doing it to get to know each other, and people start sitting across the table from each other, having conversations, coming out of isolation a little bit.
Although it started with just a meal, it became so much more.
Really over the years, tried to listen to people. So what are the things that people are feeling as needs, and then is there something that we can, offer to people and make it available if they want that?
Mommy's gonna put stuff down in here with you.
All I can think is just love, that's the thing, because we all love each other. It's incredible, it really is. It moves me every time I come here.
So, pull up a chair, because everyone's welcome here. In Muncie, Abby Urban, NewsLink Indiana.
Thursday night dinners are held at Avondale Methodist United Church from 4:30 to 6 every week with options for to-go boxes.
Sight and Sound, a local music store, shares its passion for music along with aspiring musicians. NewsLink Indiana's Stella Davis learns more.
Sight and Sound is one of the largest guitar and music stores in the area. Their store has over 1,000 different guitars and offers several amenities, including lessons, rentals, and production services. However, Sight and Sound does more than that. They also help local musicians.
We'll do some big upgrades for the local stuff, and try to give them bigger shows or better shows or more than they pay for, kind of support the local concerts and things like that.
Workers at Sight and Sound spend time with musicians of all kinds, helping beginners get started and helping experienced players upgrade their equipment.
They will answer any question you got on anything without making you feel like you're, stupid. They want you to better yourself and have fun when you're doing it.
Through their own experiences as musicians, Sight and Sound employees are experts at finding the right musical instruments for customers.
When they have to worry less about the equipment and it working correctly, they can focus more on the music and the lyrics and what it means to them when they don't have to worry about is this the right microphone? They just sing into the microphone.
Sight and Sound sees the importance of practicing music. They want to spread their love of music to the community.
For anybody, a free lesson, no obligation, just to come in, check it out, try one of our guitars, or come in and see what music's all about.
Sight and Sound shares their passion for music through more than just selling guitars. They're along for the whole process of becoming a musician. In Muncie, Stella Davis, NewsLink, Indiana.
Sight and Sound has grown to be one of the most well-known guitar stores in the state. For more information on upcoming events, visit sightandsound.com. Aiden, speaking of sight, it has been quite foggy this morning. It was really hard to see. It's definitely picking up.
Yeah, I know. It was quite difficult to drive to the wreck this morning, but I liked how it cleared up throughout the day. Still kind of foggy around lunchtime, but it was pretty bad this morning.
Yeah, and I know we had a few raindrops earlier throughout this week, so let's definitely see what else we have more with weather. Evan?
We're definitely in for some warmer weather. Right now here in Muncie, it is 49 degrees here right now, 47 in Indianapolis, and it actually gets warmer the farther out west you go. However, we are seeing that warm up here. We're actually 5 degrees warmer here in Muncie right now. Big story though, 12 degrees warmer down there in Bloomington, so definitely starting that warm up. What I'm tracking in my full forecast tonight are warmer temps, thunderstorm chances, and some cloudy conditions.
Thanks, Evan. After opening in 1984, the Wizard's Keep continues to serve the community with all sorts of tabletop games, such as Magic the Gathering, Warhammer, and more. After starting out playing Dungeons & Dragons in high school and then taking ownership of the store over 20 years ago, David Barnett has been providing the Muncie community with various kinds of card and board games, as well as building a family along the way.
The beauty of a game store, it's not like Walmart or a corporation store. People go in, shop, buy their things, and leave. It's more of a community. We see a lot of the same people, every day.
Being able to provide different types of tabletop games to Muncie locals helps keep non-digital games alive. Barnett also holds what they call booster draft nights for Magic the Gathering fans, where players draft their own deck of cards and battle against other players every Friday. For more information, go to their Facebook page at Wizards Keep.
Congress is out of town, and a deadlock over funding the Department of Homeland Security continues, with little progress in negotiations. Funding lapsed over the weekend as Democrats and Republicans debate immigration reforms. Karen Kafa has the latest from Washington.
Border Czar Tom Homan said frozen funding for the Department of Homeland Security won't impact the Trump administration's immigration enforcement operations.
The immigration mission, the reason why President Trump was elected to be president, continues.
Senate Democrats withheld support of a funding package in the wake of the shooting deaths of Alex Preddy and Renee Good by federal immigration agents in Minneapolis last month.
We have a rogue agency. Why don't we rein them in? That's what the American people are asking Republicans.
Democrats want reforms, including tighter parameters around search and arrest warrants and requiring immigration and customs enforcement agents to wear body cameras and remove masks.
They are smashing in windows, dragging people out of cars, breaking into people's homes without warrants. We need protection against that.
Republicans note ICE is already funded via last summer's so-called Big Beautiful Bill, and other DHS agencies will feel the shutdown's brunt.
This whole thing about shutting down DHS to prove a point, I think it's political theater, to be honest with you.
Meanwhile, Homan said he's boosted internal affairs personnel in Minnesota to investigate misconduct allegations among immigration enforcement officers.
I said I was bringing in more internal affairs officers to review the allegations, and those allegations are now being investigated.
Most DHS personnel are considered essential, meaning they're on the job but without pay until a funding agreement is reached. In Washington, I'm Karen Kafa.
The State Department is planning to form a new bureau to respond to disasters and provide humanitarian aid. It comes months after the Trump administration eliminated U.S. aid, moving some of those responsibilities directly under the State Department's control. According to sources, efforts like disaster response work will be part of the new bureau. Questions remain surrounding staffing and funding, and it's not yet clear when the bureau will officially open. Congress must still be notified before the reorganization is finalized.
Coming up, the DOJ has released more names in relation to Jeffrey Epstein.
And the latest updates in the case of Nancy Guthrie.
Everyone has a ritual, that small thing to keep us focused.
A habit we never skip, to clear our minds and elevate our performance.
But what do you do to keep your head in the game? To drown out the self-doubt and support your mental health. Because being your best isn't just about taking care of your body.
It's about taking care of your mental health. Discover the resources that you need to keep your mind focused and your mental health a priority.
Julie was always a voracious reader. She'd carry 2 novels on an airplane because she'd read one on a 3-4 hour ride. And at some point, I began to notice that she would read a page and couldn't remember what she had just read, and she'd have to go back and read it again.
I don't remember much these days after I read, but less does for me, and I love it.
Whether it's our stories, the warmth of our laugh, or our family's secret sauce, we all bring something different to the table. So make some space. The power of connection is waiting right outside your comfort zone. Learn how you can help strengthen your community at belongingbeginswithus.org/teamup.
Welcome back. The Department of Justice has sent Congress a list of politically exposed persons in the millions of files released related to its probes into convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. The DOJ sent a list in a 6-page letter Saturday. The names of many prominent figures appear in the files, regardless of context, including presidents, cultural icons, business leaders, and government officials. Republican Representative Nancy Mace, a vocal ally of Epstein survivors, slammed the DOJ, claiming that there are, quote, missing names on the list disclosed this evening, end quote.
More fallout from the Epstein files. The executive chairman of Hyatt Hotels, billionaire Tom Pritzker, announced today he is retiring. It follows the most recent release of files by the government that revealed Pritzker's association with convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. Pritzker has served as executive chairman of the hotel chain since 2004. In a statement, Pritzker said he regretted his association with Epstein and Epstein's girlfriend, Ghislaine Maxwell. He said he used, quote, terrible judgment in maintaining contact with them, end quote. In leaving his top-level role, Pritzker said, quote, good stewardship always also means protecting Hyatt, end quote.
Today's show anchor Savannah Guthrie is holding out hope that her mother will be returned home safely.
Guthrie took to Instagram over the weekend, speaking directly to whoever may be responsible for Nancy Guthrie's disappearance, saying it's not too late to do the right thing.
You're not lost or alone. And it is never too late to do the right thing. And we are here. And we believe. And we believe in the essential goodness of every human being. And it's never too late.
Authorities say Nancy Guthrie was taken from her home outside Tucson, Arizona on February 1st. The FBI says DNA from a glove recovered near Guthrie's home is being analyzed to determine the identity of a possible suspect. Later today, all members of the Guthrie family were officially cleared as possible suspects. The Pima County Sheriff said the Guthrie family has been fully cooperative and gracious and are victims in this case.
I'm tracking chances of thunderstorms on Thursday. Check out my full forecast after the break.
After his wife passed, my neighbor Larry started drinking a lot. He was in distress and acting out. He had guns around, and I didn't want anything bad to happen. I pressed pause. Our local authorities filed a firearm restraining order to temporarily remove the guns. It gave Larry the time he needed to get help. It wasn't easy, but we got through it together. Learn more at illinois.gov/pause to heal.
Emma, did you hear?
Todd's in the hospital.
Who's Todd? He got a collapsed lung from vaping. He thought it was cool.
Not cool.
Promise you won't vape, Emma. It can lead to a lifelong addiction, and we can't be friends if your lungs collapse.
Bogus.
Wacky sitcom teens aren't the best people to talk to your kid about vaping.
Hey, you got a minute?
You are. Start the conversation with your child about vaping today.
Be right there. Wait. Use the shovel and bucket of water, remember? Drown, stir, drown, feel. Then make sure it's cool.
Where'd you learn that?
SmokeyBear.com. Brushed up on some tips before we left. Don't want to start a wildfire, right?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Welcome back. What started out as a foggy morning turned into an absolutely beautiful day. Our Cooper Skycam giving us a beautiful look at the night sky here in Ball State. Seeing those lights shine out in Schaefer Tower shining brightly there in the background. But it was another warm day here for us in Muncie. 57 degrees was our high today, which we're about 17 degrees higher than our average of 40 degrees, but still nowhere near our record high of 65 degrees set back in 1976. So still a little bit of a ways to warm up there, but we are starting to cool off now. 49 degrees here in Muncie, 47 in Indianapolis. The farther out west you go, though, more warm you get. 58 degrees over there in St. Louis right now, and 58 degrees up there in Chicago. No, it will start to cool off drastically here tonight. 40 degrees for our low. Cloudy conditions with those winds blowing 15 miles per hour, so definitely make sure to wear a coat if you plan to go outside tonight. Those conditions will persist into tomorrow. Cloudy pretty much throughout all day. 8 a.m. we're starting at 41 degrees, so just a little bit warmer than the night, but that wind will drop down to about 10 miles per hour. But still, definitely make sure you're bundling up at the start of the morning. But it might just want to be a light jacket as we're going up to 53 by noon. And tomorrow our high again will be 57, again with that lighter wind and cloud cover. However, we are tracking chances of rain moving into our area this week. We're seeing it hit the north side of Muncie Wednesday morning, early 2 a.m. here, actually moving more into our area Thursday morning. We're going to just see light showers there with cloud cover persisting throughout the day. However, on Thursday night, we are seeing a lot more of those thunderstorm chances here hitting Muncie and the majority of southwest Indiana. So then that'll move out of our system by Friday at 7 a.m. and then move even farther out, and we'll see a little bit less cloud cover and a little bit more sunshine moving into Saturday and the weekend. So even though the rain is here, we are seeing way more above average temperatures for this whole portion of the central United States. However, any farther out east on the East Coast or farther on the West Coast, we are seeing a lot more of those normal temperatures for this time of year. So like I mentioned before, those rain chances, there's a 30% chance of precipitation on Wednesday. However, that high moving up to 66 degrees, so definitely warm. However, there are going to be some breezy conditions, so definitely make sure to kind of bundle up for that day. Thursday, those thunderstorm chances, like I mentioned, 40% chance, however, still staying warm at 64 degrees there. Friday does start to cool off a little bit, though, with the sunshine returning. 50 degrees there, while Saturday, Sunday, definitely moving back into those lower 40s, and even next work week, starting to head back into those temperatures hovering around freezing. But I definitely have been enjoying this warmer weather coming back from the weekend, not having to necessarily wear a coat all day. I've seen several people around campus wearing shorts, so it's definitely been a blessing.
Yes, it's definitely been nice. You know, I was out today going out to get dinner, and I just saw people crowding the ice cream shop on campus, which was really a nice treat to see. What about you?
I know, I really like this warm weather, but Evan, Allison, I don't know about you guys. I personally love thunderstorms and cannot wait until we get some.
Yeah, definitely. I'd prefer a thunderstorm over snow. Kind of tired of seeing that. But you know what? There's a lot more to get to on NewsLink Indiana. Jaden Collins has a preview of sports.
Thanks, Aiden and Allison. A conference shakeup in college football and a Ball State team honors Cardinals from the past. All this and more next in sports.
Everyone has a ritual, that small thing we do to keep us focused.
But what do you do to keep your head in the game?
To drown out the self-doubt and support your mental health.
Because being your best isn't just about taking care of your body.
It's about taking care of your mind and mental health.
Find the resources you need to keep your mental health a priority.
Love your mind.
Here's the deal. We gotta set ourselves up. See, retirement is the long game. We can't play about our future or our finances. Make moves, set up goals. Don't worry about a setback. Just save up, stack up to reach them. Let's put ourselves in the right position. Pre-game to greater things. This is pre-tirement.
I don't know why you're so sad. You've got a roof over your head.
You gotta stop with that depression stuff.
You alright?
It just feels like it's coming from everywhere.
Do you want to talk about it?
You can talk to me if you're feeling sad. Whenever you need to talk, I'm here, okay?
I don't think that many kids in my son's school even do it.
He makes fun of his friend who vapes.
He would never try it.
She's into soccer.
She's on the honor roll.
She's just not the type.
No way.
No way.
No way.
No way, my kid would never vape.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping. Maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
Welcome back to NewsLink Indiana. I'm Jaden Collins with sports. In July, a new team will officially join the Mid-American Conference. The Sacramento State Hornets will be joining the MAC on a 5-year term to compete in football. The Hornets are moving up from the Big Sky Conference at the FCS level after a 7-5 season last year and will be led by a new head coach, Alonzo Carter. Sacramento won 3 consecutive Big Sky Conference titles from 2019 to 2022. Within these 3 seasons, the Hornets also clinched the FCS playoffs each year, where they would advance to the quarterfinals in 2022. Passing it to the basketball court, the Ball State women's basketball team recognized several alumni from the program's past during their matchup against Bowling Green this past weekend. During the matchup on Saturday morning, 25 different basketball alumni were brought out onto the court to be recognized for their accomplishments and contributions to the program. 2 of the alumni participated in a free throw contest during halftime, as well as taking a photo to commemorate the event. Later, the Cardinals would go on to beat Bowling Green 82-67, extending their win streak to 6 games. The Cardinals will be on the road playing Buffalo on Wednesday. Driving it to the greens, one Ball State golfer has been named MAC Player of the Week. Freshman men's golfer Brody Sorrell was named MAC Golfer of the Week after his performance at the Lake Jovita Invitational. Sorrell competed as an individual at the Invite, where he shot a 208 over 3 rounds, which was just 5 strokes shy of first place. This marks the 3rd time a freshman golfer for the men's team has been named MAC Golfer of the Week this season. Sorrell also shot a score of 7 under, which was the best round of the tournament by any golfer. The Cards will resume competition at the Seminole Intercollegiate on March 15th in Tallahassee. Turning things to the Diamond, Ball State baseball kicked off their season this weekend, and one Cardinal is flying above the rest. Pitcher Keegan Johnson was named the Mid-American Conference Preseason Pitcher of the Year by D1 Baseball. Johnson was also named as the top draft prospect in the MAC by the online publication. Last season, Johnson started 14 games for the Cardinals and pitched over 70 innings, striking out 75 batters. The Cardinals will continue this action Friday, where they play their first of 4 games this upcoming weekend in Charleston, South Carolina. And guys, talking about baseball just reminds me spring is right around the corner.
Yeah, no, it's really exciting to see also all of those titles going into the spring sports season. You know, there's a lot of exciting upcoming stuff, definitely.
I mean, just golf, baseball. I'm really excited to see all those outdoor sports. Love the outdoor weather when we get those events, and I'm just looking forward to what the rest of the season has.
Yeah, I know we love Worthing Arena, but being cooped up in there for every sporting event this winter has been a little tiring.
Yeah, I mean, outdoors is going to be where it's at for the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, well, thank you so much, Jaden. Coming up, a shipwreck in one of the Great Lakes was discovered after over 100 years.
And one final look at your weather.
My son, Ricky, took his life by the use of a firearm. It broke me in ways that I never knew that I could be broken. And I contemplated suicide. I still own my firearm. I keep it in a safe because I want to keep my grandson and myself safe. Store your gun securely, locked, unloaded, and away from ammo.
Mom was always organized, but she started forgetting to pay her bills on time.
And she'd buy the same gifts over and over.
Telling the girls about my Alzheimer's diagnosis was really hard.
At first we had our cries, but then we were like, okay, let's make a plan.
Early detection gave us time to adapt together.
It's so important for you to think about what you can do and making the most of what you have.
If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together.
How do you know when you've made the right decision? It's the feeling you get in your gut. The one that tells you what's right or wrong. It's the one that says, sure, I can have a drink. Or the feeling that says, okay, I've been drinking. Now what? It's the voice inside you that says, I'm buzzed. Better leave the car when it's time to go. Plan ahead. Catch a sober ride. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome back. Searchers in Michigan have located the wreckage of a steamer that sank more than 150 years ago. The 80-year-old Paul E. Horn discovered the Lac La Belle in Lake Michigan back in 2022 after spending 65 years looking for it. But the scuba diver just announced it. He says a clue from a fellow wreck hunter named Ross Richardson led him to the location. Ehorn declined to reveal what that clue was. Richardson said a commercial fisherman found an item that appeared from the steamship from the 1800s. Most of the 53 people aboard the luxury steamer made it to safety when the ship sank in 1872. 8 of them died when their lifeboat capsized. You know, with that Lake Michigan talk and stuff, it's kind of reminding me how it's been nice to be warm outside, but I will say that this might be definitely like a fall spring that we're talking about. Have you heard of that before?
Oh, definitely. I think we're definitely experiencing that this week, and I'm kind of nervous to see what we're going to have after that.
Yeah, no, I saw a little bit of that 30-degree weather. We'd love to hear more about it.
Yeah, so it is starting to warm up a little bit more now. Unfortunately, we are going to see those chances of rain, which will really melt off the last of the snow on Wednesday. 30% chance of rain in the morning, while Thursday we're seeing a lot more of those chances in the afternoon. However, much warmer than 66 degrees on Wednesday and 64 on Thursday, while it does start to cool off Friday into the weekend, being 36 on Sunday with a 20% chance of rain, while Monday dipping back down into those freezing temperatures both during the day and the night before. So unfortunately, these warm temperatures might not stick around for long, but I am definitely going to enjoy them while they are here.
Well, I guess it's definitely not time to put away our winter closet just yet.
Fortunately not.
No, but I mean, like you were saying, take the warm weather while we have it.
Yes, thank you so much, Evan. That's all tonight for NewsLink Indiana. Be sure to tune in tomorrow night at 9, streaming live on the NewsLink Indiana Facebook page, YouTube channel, and WCRD 91.3.
And for news anytime, anywhere, just go to cardinalmediabsu.com. Have a great night and stay safe.